Hey, my name is Sune from the Raveonettes, and you're listening to The Interview Show.
Record your message after the tone. To send a numeric page, press 5. When you are finished recording, hang up, or for delivery options, press pound.
Your lipstick is smeared sad. I adore you. I always have. And every time you overdose, I rush to intensive care. Another said I stare before you disappear. If this is the last dance, this is the last dance, then save it for me, baby. If this is the last dance, this is the last dance, then save it for me, baby. Save it for me, baby. Save it for me, baby. Your addiction, and you are in love. Now you're star-crossed. I wait my turn, and every time you overdose, I rush to intensive care. Another said I stare before you disappear. If this is the last dance, this is the last dance, then save it for me, baby. If this is the last dance, this is the last dance, then save it for me, baby. Save it for me, baby. Save it for me, baby. I wanna know if it's the last dance. I wanna know, baby, please. If this is the last dance, this is the last dance, then save it for me, baby. If this is the last dance, this is the last dance, then save it for me, baby. Save it for me, baby. This is the last dance, this is the last dance, then save it for me, baby.
Hello?
Hello, is this Sune Rose Wagner?
Yes, it is.
Hey, this is Scott from The Interview Show. How's it going today?
Yeah, hey, how are you?
I'm doing well. I would love to do an interview with you today.
Sure.
So welcome to The Interview Show. This is Scott Wood, your host, and today I'm talking on the phone with Sune Rose Wagner from the Raveonettes. How are you doing today?
Fine, thank you.
Excellent. Where are you right now?
Solana Beach, California.
Nice. What kind of day is it?
I don't know. It's one of those weekdays.
All right, fair enough. Are there any questions that you hate being asked?
Oh, there's a ton of them, yeah.
Okay, well, can you toss one at me?
What's the difference between this album and the previous album?
Oh, okay. That wasn't on my list, so thank you. I'm glad.
Okay, good.
So Sharin lives in LA, and you guys are around that area. So when you guys are touring, do you stay at her house?
No, she stays at her house with her family, and we stay in hotels.
Ah, okay. So if you were going to stay at her house, what would that be like, do you think?
I have no idea. I've never been there.
What, seriously?
Yeah.
Wow. For real? Has she ever been to your place in New York?
Yes, many times.
Oh, okay. Well, she's got to return that favor. So,
yeah.
You guys, You guys wrote this album, and she lives in LA, you live in New York, and I was reading in an interview that you guys wrote it via email. How do you think living in those two cities affected where you guys' headspaces were?
Well, I mean, that's pretty much what we've been doing for the last 5 years, basically. So we're so used to it now. So nothing has really changed in that sense, you know.
Can you talk a little bit about that process, writing songs by email?
Well, I mean, I write, songs, and then I, mail it to Sharin, and then she comments on it, and then we adjust it from there, and then we pick out what we think are the best songs, and then we record it.
You make it sound so matter-of-fact. Not a lot of bands write that way.
Yeah, well, we've never been a traditional band in that sense, because, we're just the two of us, and, we never go into a studio and jam out songs or anything like that, so it's always been very untraditional, but that's how we, are used to, I guess.
Neat. So can you take a song on the album and talk about the email exchange?
No, I can't, because, we didn't finish any songs before we went into the studio. We wanted to just finish all the songs in the studio this time around. So I just bought a lot of, little snippets and ideas of songs that we liked, and then when we were in the studio, we finished them as we were recording them. So it was a little different this time.
Okay. I guess I'm just trying to get an idea of what the process is.
It's simple.
Okay. Thank you. You're very succinct. I like that.
Yeah.
Bang, you're so vicious, baby. Bang, you should know how to control me. You're as cool as ice cream. Bang, you're so evil, baby. Bang, you're no sweetheart, baby. Bang, you keep me blushing all the time. And the way you kiss keeps me hanging on. And the way you love keeps me hanging on, hanging on. The kids wanna bow out in the street for fun all summer long. The kids wanna bow out in the street for fun all summer long. When you whip me, baby, bang. When I scream out, baby, bang. You know I love it all the time. Bang, I'm so excited, baby, bang. Just like a rocket, baby, bang. To the stars now, baby, yeah. And the way you kiss keeps me hanging on. And the way you love keeps me hanging on, hanging on. The kids wanna bow out in the street for fun all summer long. The kids wanna bow out in the street for fun all summer The kids wanna bow out in the street for fun all summer long. The kids wanna bow out in the street for fun all summer long. The kids wanna bow out in the street for fun all summer
Hey, my name is Sune from the Raveonettes, and you're listening to The Interview Show.
Longevity in bands is a strange thing, and that's a quote from you in an interview, so I was wondering if you could talk a little bit about that.
Well, sometimes I just think that maybe to excite yourself a little bit sometimes, maybe you should, start a band and make one album and then break up the band, and then start another band, make one album and then break up the band. Because then you can just do whatever you want to do all the time and never have to worry about people saying, oh, I like you best, your last album was a lot better, or, oh, I don't like this one, then blah, 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 So, the Velvet Underground, they put out, two really, really good albums, and, the first Suicide album was amazing. You didn't really need the second one,
That's true. That's true. I guess that's falling back on that old cliche that everybody has one good story or album or novel in them.
Yeah, the first Strokes album was really great, but the second one wasn't as charming. They should have just made one album, and they would have left a great legacy behind.
That's true, but the first Radiohead album was a little bit dicey, and the second one and third one were a lot better.
Yeah, I don't know. For me, there's only one album, and that was the first one.
Okay, well, fair enough. Fair enough. This is coming from a guy who's been in a band for like almost 10 years now.
I know, that's what I'm saying.
All right, I love it. You're such a succinct guy. You guys have been together for nearly 10 years now, and you've seen Sharin go from being a woman to being a mom. So what's the biggest change in her you've noticed?
Well, she doesn't get to sleep anymore. She has a lot to take care of with the band and the family, so... And I know she really likes to sleep, so I feel bad for her, So she hasn't slept for I don't know when. So, yeah, I guess that's the biggest change in her life.
Okay, in terms of her songwriting and performing, have you noticed a change?
Nope, not at all.
Okay.
Absolutely not.
Okay, so I've also read in a lot of interviews that you write tons of songs for each album. So I was wondering if you could talk about the selection process you go through when you look at all these songs and pick the 12 that go on the album.
I think it's just, comes natural. You listen to them, a few times, and then, you start having your favorites, and then you see what we both like, and we never really have any big, discussion or anything about what to put on the album. I think we all agree in the end what songs are the best. So it's really not a big problem for us at all, actually.
Was there any song on the album that caused a little bit of discussion?
No, not on this one, no.
Okay, what about a previous album?
Well, I mean, when we did Pretty in Black, but that wasn't our fault. That was Columbia Records wanted us to put a cover song of My Boyfriend's Back on there that we had just done for a computer game. And we hated that idea, but, sometimes major labels can overrule, so we were sort of forced into putting that song on there, so that's fun. Hey, my name is Sune from the Raveonettes, and you're listening to The Interview Show.
You went away, and you hung around, and bothered me every night. And when I wouldn't go out with you, you said things that weren't very nice.
name is Sune from the Raveonettes, and you're listening to The Interview Show. Columbia Records wanted us to put a cover song of My Boyfriend's back on there that we had just done for a computer game. And we hated that idea, but, sometimes major labels can overrule, so we were sort of forced into putting that song on there, so that sucked.
Okay. You guys were on Columbia, and now you're on Vice, which is a really, it has a lot of cachet. Can you talk a little bit about each label and compare and contrast them?
Well, the independent labels, you have more of a personal contact with them, your friends, you know what I mean? So you hang out also just in, social situations. It's not always the truth with major labels because, sometimes they just seem a little bit more corporate. And so that's a big change, We're also in complete control of our career, We have final say on everything we do. So we're very involved, and we spend probably more time doing business than we do actual playing. So it's a lot of work, but I mean, that's what we like. We enjoy it, so it's good.
Nice. Can you talk about the last time you hung out with the guys from the Vice record label?
When was the last time I saw them? Just in New York. We just played New York.
So what do you guys do together? Because I imagine the Vice guys are pretty interesting fellows to hang around with.
Well, there's so many of them, they all do, different stuff, but mostly it's, it's very serious stuff because, we're doing a lot of promotion and we want this album to do really well. So we just basically talk a lot of business these days, it's exciting times, I guess.
Yeah, what's the most exciting part of being in the music industry right now?
I don't really think there is any. I think, I think it could be more fun to be in the film industry, actually, or the porn industry.
Yeah? And what would you be doing in the porn industry?
Oh, what do you think I would be doing?
I don't know. There are many roles you could be performing.
I'll probably just be a sound editor.
Yeah, I've noticed that a lot of guys that I interview, they're in indie bands, they all want to be film scorers. Is that something you'd be interested in?
Yeah, I've already done a lot of stuff like that, and it's always fun. But I mean, if I was to be a film scoring person, I would have to learn, how to compose classical music, because that would be interesting for me.
So you wouldn't want to do sort of like a Raveonettes type album?
No, I mean, it depends on who it was for. If David Lynch wanted us to do a Raveonettes type soundtrack, we'll totally be up for it. But I think soundtracks, they have the big classical scores, like Bernard Herrmann or Danny Elfman or something like that. That's just more interesting to me.
Yeah, I know the guy from Album Leaf was looking forward to doing some documentary scores.
Okay.
Anyhow, that is neither here nor there. I wanted to go back to the songs that you didn't select for the album. What happens to those songs?
Oh, we just give them away for free usually, or we use them as B-sides for singles or whatever.
Okay, nice. So you guys are influenced by Phil Spector, the Ronettes, Buddy Holly, etc., etc. All those guys had, rather tragic ends. So if you were going to write your tragic end for the Raveonettes, what would it be?
I don't know. I always wanted to see the atom bomb. That would be quite a sight.
I was thinking like tragic car crash where the bodies are never found.
I don't know. I think the atom bomb is more efficient.
That's true. Okay. When you guys write, I mean, the song that stands out the most and I've read the most questions asked about is Boys Who Rape Should All Be Destroyed. When you guys write songs like that, and when Sharin gives you the lyrics, are you ever like, wow, that's intense subject matter?
Well, I write all the music and all the words, so she never gives me anything. I give her the lyrics, and she thinks it's great, and she wants to sing the song, and I say, fine, let's try it. And she puts her voice on there, and it sounds beautiful, and then we're all happy,
I guess that's my bias then. I just assumed that would have been written by her. So can you talk a little bit about why you decided to write that song?
Well, I have a lot of friends who have been raped, and I have seen how it's affected their life, and I always had a total disgust for rapists and pedophiles and stuff, so I just thought it was appropriate to say it for once,
Boys I'll be destroyed. Boys who rape you, I'll be destroyed. 3, 2, 1, girl, how can you win? One heart and eye, you hope that it's a bad dream. They rip you to shreds, make you feel useless. You'll never forget, those fuckers stay in your head. Boys who rape you, I'll be destroyed. Boys who rape you, I'll be destroyed. They rip you to shreds, make you feel useless. You'll never forget, those fuckers stay in your head. Boys who rape you, I'll be destroyed. Boys who rape you, I'll be destroyed. Boys who rape you, I'll be destroyed. Boys who rape you, destroyed. I'll be destroyed. Boys who rape should 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 be destroyed.
Hey, my name is Sune from the Raveonettes, and you're listening to The Interview Show. Yeah, I always found contrast in music to be very appealing. I think music needs it, you know. I don't want to listen to a song that's just happy, you know. I think it's, you know, there needs to be some sort of contrast in there to make it interesting.
Yeah, fair enough. So I wasn't aware that you wrote both the music and the lyrics, because I was reading the other day that you also did a side project. So can you tell me what the difference is between the Raveonettes and the Sune Rose Wagner side project?
Oh, well, first off, that was in Danish, so that's completely different. And that was just recorded really fast in Copenhagen, and it was just, you know, about my experiences in Copenhagen for one summer. So it was more like a time period kind of record. It only was released in Denmark, you know. I'm sure you can buy it on iTunes, it's a digital download, but the physical was only released in Denmark. It was just a fun little thing to do. I had a month off.
What's the difference between writing lyrics in English and Danish?
No difference. It's all the same, you know. You just tell a good story, you know.
Okay, nice. I was also reading in an interview where you were being quite, I guess you were being funny, and you were saying that you had Viking blood in you. So when was the last time you had to use your Viking blood?
I don't remember. Probably when I was a teenager or something. I'm sorry, I'm just not very imaginative.
I guess I'm just asking, when was the last time you had to get aggressive?
Oh, I get aggressive every day. There's always something that doesn't work, or we need to do better or something, you know.
So can you talk about the last time you had to do that?
Well, you know, if we play a bad show or something, you know, we need to have a talk about it and figure out what the hell's going on, you know.
So can you tell me, like, how do those conversations go?
I don't know.
Okay, fair enough. Well, I really appreciate you taking out the time to speak with me today. Can you pick a song from the album for me to play out to and then tell me a little bit about the song?
Yeah, just pick a Heart of Stone. That's a nice little song. It was done in 20 minutes, and it's just a beautiful little piece, very drony kind of thing, great guitar riff, and yeah, it sounds good. Good groove.
Stone.